Welcome everybody to a new 30-minute lower body workout. I appreciate y'all being here today. It's going to be a great workout. I cannot see anybody for these workouts, so relax, feel good, and make sure you're putting yourself into a nice, comfortable environment so you want to continue to come back to these workouts. These workouts, you don't need any equipment for it. You can do them anywhere. Each exercise that we do is going to be 40 seconds to a minute with a 20 to 30 second rest period in between. Put yourself in one of the training categories. You're either going to be trainer pace, fast than trainer pace, or slower than trainer pace. Trainer pace means you're just keeping up with me. I'm working out, so that means you keep up with me when I'm doing the exercises and my rest periods. Slower than trainer pace means can't quite keep up with me, but you're trying to improve something. That's why you're here. And we've got faster than trainer pace, which is pretty common. And that means that you're going hard. You're going even harder than I am. And this is actually more common because if you're here to work out and I'm doing this all the time, I might be tired, right? So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you something a little bit newer. We're going to work on stability in our hips, right? So what we're going to do is we're focusing on pushing into the ground. Right, we're going to try and isolate one side. So 1 foot in front, right? And you're going to push into the ground and hold it. Right? You want to feel it right here. We're going to hold it 20 seconds each side. Ready. And begin. So push into the ground. Right? You should feel right here in the hip socket. Right? We're working on one leg right now. 10 seconds. We want our shins vertical, push through the heel. Now let's switch sides. Ready, and begin. So this is practical. This is important, right? This is helping stabilize our hips here. So we're pushing into the ground, getting good hip engagement here. I'm not squatting low. See how my knee is still relatively open? I'm not squatting. I'm just pushing into the ground. Stop. Now shake it out, and now we're going to do the movement. So we're going to do the stability step back. So now we're going to push into the ground again, and now we're going to reach. Let's begin. So this leg that's reaching back, right, is trying to distract the leg that I'm pushing into the ground, right? So it's a combo. One is just an isometric, switch. And now we're adding some movement. Begin. So we're doing double duty here in the hips. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. So I'm going to add a band to not the first exercise, but the second one. The first exercise is purely isometrics, and the second one is a combination of the two, right? So in 10 seconds, we're going to go again. All right, get ready. Get that front leg ready. 3, 2, 1. Push into the ground. Push. Really feeling it in the front leg, but in the butt, in the hip socket. Good breathing. 10 seconds. And switch. Push in. Oh, reach. Just yep. Just holding that leg position, not using that back leg yet. 10 seconds. And stop. All right. Now I'm going to add this band. You don't need the band, but I'm going to add it because it's here for me. All right, ready. And begin. The band is a form of weight trying to move this leg. 10 seconds here. Switch. Begin. Push hard into the ground, push hard into the ground. The leg that I'm working is the front leg. The back leg is trying to just move me, but it's not. And stop. Good job. Got one more round. Got one more round. "15 seconds, we're gonna go last set. 10 seconds here. All right, ready. And begin, big push. Ten seconds. Let's switch sides. Begin. Really hard, make sure the hip socket. Very important skill being able to do this. This promotes hip stability. This is good for our knees and our back. Stop. Right? By having stable glutes, that helps our back and our hips and our knees. Now putting a hard band on. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to do something called a butt lift. So it's a butt lift because we're lifting our butt, but we're doing hamstrings, right? So I'm going to grab this ball, right? And we're going to have straight legs. So the legs are straight and we're lifting up, 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 right? You're going to feel your hamstrings clench while you do this, right? So ready. And begin. On 40 straight seconds here. 30 seconds. $20 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Good job. Again, this is a butt lift, but this is for our hamstrings. If you don't have an elevated surface, just take your legs off the ground and do the same thing, but on the ground, right? So your legs will be slightly bent. You'll go up and down. And this isn't a glute bridge, so don't bend your legs the same, okay? We're going again in 3, 2, 1, begin. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. And stop. Great job. Great job. We're going to go one more time. We're going to go one more time. So in 20 seconds, we're going again. Ten seconds here. Ready. And begin. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. Ooh, I'm feeling the burn. Feeling the burn in my hamstring like crazy right now. And stop. Good job. Good job. So now we're going to do hip thrust pulses. So I'm going to switch my elevated surface. If you don't have an elevated surface, then all you have to do is a glute bridge pulse. But if you've got an elevated surface, we're going to do it. So here's my elevated surface, and we're doing a pulse. So that means we get into our hip thrust position, we're going 1, 2, 3, right? So we're not going all the way down and up, right? And we're practicing hip extension. So you want to focus on really locking out the hips each pulse. 40 seconds of pulses. Ready? And begin. And I like doing this drill after what we just did because of the contrast between the two. 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Right? So we were elevated, working on our glutes, right? And then the butt lift was for our hamstrings, right? 15 seconds, we're going to go again. 10 seconds, we're going to go again. Ready. And begin. Thirty seconds. Seconds. Make sure that these are bent. Nice 90-degree bend. 15 seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. Raise one more time. For the last set, I'm going to add a band because why not? I've already introduced the band to you today. Might as well continue using it. Right? So in 10 seconds, we're going to go again. Ready? And begin. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 And stop. Well done. Well done. So now I'm going to show you another isometric move, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a standing glute squeeze, right? We're working on our posterior pelvic tilt. So the first move was glute stability, and this is another form of glute stability. So all you're going to do is you're going to thrust your hips forward like you're doing a hip thrust, right? We were just doing this, right? But now you're just going to focus on squeezing the whole time. So the entire time you're going to clench your butt cheeks, right? And I'm going to show you superset. So we're going to go 3, 2, and 1. So squeeze. We're holding this for 40 seconds. Right? So my hips are tucked in. I'm squeezing my butt. It's like I'm pinching a coin in between my butt cheeks. We're holding it. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. We're going to superset this. Now, we're going to get onto the ground, and we're going to do a single leg reverse hyper. So we're going to be down, right, on the ground. Then we're going to go hip extensions. Now we're lifting, squeezing our butt one side at a time, trying to fully extend our hips. We're going to go 20 seconds each side. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. So right now I'm isolating my right side. Switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. So now we're going to stand back up. Shake it out. And since this is not a high intensity drill, we're going to do it again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Boom. Hold it. Permanent locked out hip thrust here, standing up. 30 seconds. Right, I'm not pushing into the ground. I'm just pushing my hips forward. 20 seconds. I couldn't even put my finger in here if I wanted to, right? Because I'm squeezing my butt cheeks. 10 seconds. And down. All right. Now we're going down again on the floor for round 2 reverse hypers. Ready? And begin. Switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. We got one last round. One last round. In 10 seconds, we're going again. Ready. And begin. Just holding it tight. Holding it tight. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. Right. Back down on the ground. Last round of these reverse hypers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now we're going to go bent knee hip bridges. So we're on our sides. We're tucked in a ball, right? We're going all the way up. So we're down and up, right? So pushing through the outside part of our knee, fully trying to spread our legs, right? Having both arms on the ground, right? 5 seconds here. Ready? And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. Almost there. And stop. Well done. Well done. 20 seconds. We're going to go again. Ten seconds here. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. And stop. Good stuff. Good stuff. In 20 seconds, we're going to go last round. Great job, everybody. Great job. 10 seconds. We're going again. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. So now we're laying on our sides, right? We're doing a leg abduction. So now we're just laying. We're going to extend the hips back, flex the foot, rotate it, and lift. Right, begin. 20 seconds each side. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. Almost there. Almost there. And stop. And we're going to superset this with a side lying kick. So we'll flip back over, right? But now we're going to drive our legs up and kick. Let's begin. Drive our knees up, extend. You want to fully lock out. You want to fully lock out. Switch. Begin. Ten seconds. And stop. Good job. Good job. 15 seconds. We're going to go again. Round two. Get into position. Going leg abductions here. Ready and begin. Ooh, I'm burning. I'm burning on my sides. 10 seconds. Don't need any equipment. And switch. Begin. And stop. All right, now we're going to go the lying leg kicks. Going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. And switch. Begin. Ten seconds. And stop. All right, got last round. Last round. Great job, everybody. Great job. Doing this one more time in 10 seconds. Going last round here. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Glutes are burning. Hips are burning. And stop. All right, last round of these lying side kicks. All right, we're going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Ten seconds. Switch. And begin. Last side. Great job today, everybody. Great job. Ten seconds. Almost there. And stop. We did it. Whew. Here's a round of applause. We got through the workout. I'm exhausted. My hips are exhausted. And I will see y'all at the next workout. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care. Thanks for coming.